We begin with latest from political crisis in South Korea. Well, as South Korea is staring at the constitutional crises of sorts, Seoul saw some dramatic 6-hour-long standoff with security, police calling off an attempt to arrest suspended President Yoon Suk Yeol. The dramatic events unfolded at his official residence on Friday, raising questions about democracy and accountability in the nation. Meanwhile, as the country battles to weather the political crises, U.S. State Secretary Antony Blinken is all set to visit South Korea and meet his counterpart Cho Tae-ol on January 6th, reportedly.
South Korean investigators have called off their attempt to arrest impeached President Yoon Suk Yeol after a 6-hour standoff at his residence. The confrontation involving Yoon's Presidential Security Service and military personnel ended with authorities citing safety concerns for their withdrawal. The scene outside Yoon's residence was chaotic. About 2,700 police officers and 135 buses formed barricades as hundreds of Yoon's supporters, including far-right activists and evangelical preachers, gathered in protest, chanting slogans like "Illegal warrant is invalid."
I am here in front of the official residence to save our country from the crisis. The Corruption Investigation Office for high-ranking officials is trying to arrest the president in an illegal way, not in a legitimate way. So I came here today to prevent it.
Inside, investigators faced off with security forces protecting Yoon. Negotiations failed, and the Corruption Investigation Office eventually declared the arrest effectively impossible due to the risk of escalation.
I question whether the issuance of such an illegal warrant aligns with the principles of the rule of law. It is our position that this unlawful arrest warrant request is illegal and invalid.
Meanwhile, South Korea's Constitutional Court announced it will hold its first arguments in Yoon's impeachment trial on January 14. The president is required to appear in court for the session. A second hearing is scheduled for January 16 in case of non-compliance. Yoon's arrest warrant, valid until Monday, now hangs in limbo. His legal team has also challenged the warrant in the Constitutional Court. While Yoon's supporters rallied for his survival, anti-Yoon demonstrators clashed nearby, accusing him of dragging the nation into political chaos.
I feel extremely frustrated as the current state of rebellion has psychologically demoralized the people. The thought that the situation might continue for a prolonged period leaves me with a deep sense of gloom.
Yoon, suspended from duty following his impeachment by lawmakers, faced his controversial December 3 martial law declaration. If convicted, he could face imprisonment or even the death penalty. Despite ignoring 3 summons for questioning, Yoon remains defiant, vowing to fight authorities. Nancy Baloda's report for DD India.